This episode of The Midlifers is sponsored by SC Accounting.
Not happy, Dad!
Wax on, wax off.
Cigarettes.
Excellent.
Welcome, Midlifers. We are your hosts, Fonz and Mez. This is our weekly podcast where it's not self-help but more help yourself to a smorgasbord of nostalgia, laughter, and a deep dive into the past.
This week, we're bringing back How Not to Be a Dick in the Car Park. Our Rant or Rave is about a new thing that's happened over the past 5 or so years, self-serve checkouts. And Besties, what are our best jobs that we've ever had?
As in careers.
Yes.
So let's jump in.
Yes.
We are going to talk about how not to be a dick in a car park.
Okay.
This can be at the supermarket car park, the shopping centre car park, any car park you can think of. Don't be a dick.
Okay. What are the rules? What rules you got?
All right. So I've got do not steal someone's car park.
Okay. I feel like it's very un-Australian if you steal someone's car park.
But it happens in Australia.
I honestly can say it's probably only happened to me like twice.
It's happened once to me.
Okay, so it doesn't happen too often, but that is the biggest dick move you can ever
Oh,
make.
it's so impolite and just
It's the unwritten
arrogant.
rule. It's the unwritten rule. If someone's got the indicator on, that spot's theirs.
yeah. So
The
if you
end.
do steal a car park,
You are a dick.
you're a big dick.
Big dick. Take a good hard look at yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, your turn.
Okay, thank
Have
you.
a shot.
Similar to this, if I have my indicator on and I'm waiting there, don't then beep behind me. Obviously, you can see I'm waiting for a car park.
Oh,
Go
God.
around. There's room for you. Don't be a dick and honk me if I'm waiting for a car park.
Just be patient. People need to learn patience in a car park.
Oh, this society needs patience. It's so true.
Ever since lockdown, or, you know,
I think
people
everyone's
lost
just
their
aggro.
patience.
We're aggro.
I was really aggro after 2020.
Oh yeah.
One.
I don't
2021,
think you've
22.
recovered, Fonz. I think you're still there.
Yeah, I'm on a rave. But look, another thing I want to say.
Yeah.
Put your trolley away. Don't be a dick and put away your trolley. Don't put it in front of my car, next to my car, next to the big pole.
Oh, the worst is when you think, I found a prime car park, and then you go to turn in there and there's a trolley smack bang in the middle.
Yep.
It's like, oh my God.
Seriously.
Move it. I reckon you've got to have big kahunas for this one.
What?
And I've never actually seen it, but I have heard it. People reserving car parks. If someone's standing there.
Done that once.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Fonz, you got balls, man.
I was young.
Okay. Young and brash.
Young and brash and brazen, but yeah, I was holding it for someone. It was in the city, and the girl just swooped on in and just parked there anyway. She says you can't reserve the car park. I'm like, okay, lesson learned. Big lesson learned.
Oh, I think of you differently now. No. Yeah, you got to have balls because you'll be facing the wrath of a lot of people, especially like, I'm thinking Christmas shopping when it's mad.
No, I never did it then. It was just in the city.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have the balls to do it. And if someone confronted me about it, I'd probably just start crying and walk away anyway. So it's not my thing.
Fair enough. Don't be a dick and park inside your bloody lines. Don't
Yes.
park over the line.
Don't park over the line, but I do get close sometimes.
Oh, but you're still in, yeah? You'll fix it up.
and I've got enough room in the doors, so
Yeah.
Don't be a dick and stare at me while I'm trying to parallel park because that will make it so much worse. I remember once, thank God there was no one there. I just couldn't get the angle right. I think I tried like 15 times and I thought, Jesus, someone's filming this. I'd be like,
You have to be in the right headspace to
do.
reverse parallel park.
and sometimes you just give up. And I do.
I've done it,
Yes.
especially in front of the crowd.
Yes, like a Brunswick Street or
Yep.
something like that, where it's people like pretty much eating right on the curb there.
Yep.
If you have to have parallel park, if you don't get in first 2 goes, you're out of there.
Yeah. Well, it was in front of a cafe actually, and I just had my daughter and I had to reverse parallel park and I couldn't do it, and a guy had to get up from the cafe and help me.
Oh, that's kind of him.
I'm taking that. I'm taking it.
okay,
I'm not
yeah.
going to reject help.
No.
But yeah, you have to really be in the right frame of mind.
Yeah,
and
so-
if you see someone, just look away.
Yes, so don't be a dick. Look away. Look away.
Don't be a dick and drive slow in a car park. You don't need to hoon around.
Don't be a dick at the gym car park. If you can't find one close, park further away. That's the whole point of being at the gym. It's okay.
Get fit.
You're allowed to walk a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I think that's it for today. But
Yeah, I think that's it. I think I've got it out of my system.
yes,
Mez.
we feel better. We
Yeah.
feel lighter. But for that, any don't be a dick etiquette points that you'd like to bring to our attention, please do. DM us. We'd
Yes.
love to hear it.
Definitely. We look forward to it.
All right. See you in the car park.
Problem with my Gogomobile. Gogomobile. Goggo.
All right, Fonz. I've got another midlifer moment. We have to do a jingle for this. Midlifer moment.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Okay, we'll work on that. In the car coming home from a family trip, so I had everyone in the car. My daughter was talking about some song from some person. I'm like, oh, who sings that? She's like, Central C. And, okay, this leaves it wide open for the mum or dad joke. So I had to go, not middle C or not middle F. And I looked at my husband and we both laughed. And it's like, oh, my God. When you have those moments presented to you and you take them with relish of the mum and dad joke, that's when you know you're midlife.
Yeah, I don't know. Even cringed. I cringed.
Come on. If your daughter said that.
I would totally take her.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was
It was lame.
funny.
It was lame, funny, cringe, but there was no way I was passing that opportunity up. And again, when you have these moments, it reminds you of when you were a kid and you would talk about some cool thing and then your parents would go like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then fast forward to we're in that position now. So midlife a moment.
For you.
Once you've tasted my Dilma, you tasted the finest tea. Do try it.
Rant, 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 rant. Rave, 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 rave. Rant or rave. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to rant or are we going to rave?
We shall see. Actually, I'm not sure which one I'm doing. So let's see
Yeah,
what-
I'm in the middle too. So let's discuss.
Okay, let's discuss self-service checkouts. Or is it self-serve checkouts?
Self-serve checkouts.
Self-serve checkouts. Rewind.
Well, we are self-servicing.
Ourselves. We could
Our
go so many.
groceries.
Groceries. Yes,
Yes.
let's keep it clean. Yeah, these obviously were a thing, not a thing when we were growing up, and probably past 5 or so years that they've come about. Let's start with what don't you like about self-serve checkouts?
I don't like that it's taken people's jobs.
Okay. Yes.
I hate this. Happened to me a few times at my local, but where the machine keeps glitching. So I'd scan and puts in, and it glitches, and then the lady has to come over or the male has to come over.
Unexpected item in the bagging area.
and they
That
fix
one?
it.
Yes.
And it glitched again, and she comes over. She goes, I don't know what's happening. I go, I don't know what's happening. And we're just like, we don't know what's happening. And it was one of the most annoying moments. It's like, come on, have your machines working if you're going to have self-serve checkout.
True. Actually, if I've got the kids and they put the things in too fast or they're leaning on the scales and it's an unexpected item in the bagging area. And it's bad, when you've got to call them over like 3 times and you're kind of like, sorry about this, and they do this.
Hey,
quicker
Mez,
to go. The other one,
did you know they record you?
I don't know about the recording, but I know at Woolies now they have an overhead camera.
Listen to this.
Okay.
I was at Coles.
All right.
And something was glitching with the scanner, and I go, excuse me, this isn't working. I have scanned it.
Yeah.
And the worker there, he pressed a button on the screen and he saw me scanning it. It was like proof. I'm like, holy moly. Like that gave me a fright because, I mean, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I do the right thing, but I didn't know they filmed like actual footage of you and can replay it on the screen.
Yes, no, because I had a similar thing at Woolies because, I scanned it, but for whatever reason, it didn't happen. It registered. I don't know. I think it was so light that it didn't register on the scale. So I put it in and then like it showed footage of me putting something in without scanning. I'm like, I scanned. Yeah. That bit, it's weird because it kind of makes you feel like a criminal, even though you're not. And I get why they have to do it because surely they'd have so many thefts with it.
Do you know when self-serve checkouts first came in, I remember one of my friends who shall remain anonymous taught me about scanning expensive items as brown onions.
Oh, okay.
So like, I don't know what we bought. We bought avocado. So she's like, put it in as a brown onion. I'm like, oh my God, that would never, I'm so innocent. That would never have crossed my mind. And now that's obviously taken away.
Yes.
Because people did do it.
Yeah. And surely, they would have so many thefts still. But maybe about 2 months ago, I was at Woolies and I had a bag of grapes and I scanned the grapes without actually weighing them. So I didn't think about it. I'm like, cool, scan the bag of grapes, put it in. And the lady was onto me she's just watching me like an eagle.
you.
Yeah, she goes, excuse me, you didn't actually weigh that. I'm like, oh, sorry. So I weighed it and it's like $6. I'm like, cool, whatever. And then like with everything I was doing, she's just watching me like a hawk.
Oh, you thief.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like starting to sweat. And you know when you like overcompensate, over-exaggerate your scanning, like I've scanned this one and I'm scanning this one.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So that I don't like because it puts me under pressure.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Stop watching me.
Make me feel all thievy when I'm not thievy. But do you know what? There are some raves
Yes,
to self-scans.
Yep.
Self-serve, sorry. I love a self-serve checkout when you're in a hurry.
Yes.
Oh, just having to get some nappies or chocolate or whatever. It's
Just
just
one or
quick.
two items.
Yes,
Yes.
I love that. I love it for that.
And even though I don't mind idle chit chat, I love it actually. Sometimes you just couldn't be asked talking to them, and you just want to, get a few items quick in and out. That's why I think self-serve checkouts should be like 12 items or less. It's perfect for that.
Oh, I can't imagine going in with more than 12
I've done a whole grocery shop with
Holy
it.
How did you fit it all?
I had confidence going in, right? And at Coles, they've got like extra big bays sometimes for like you can put like 2 bags of shopping there. But by the time you take everything out and you can't put the bags back in the cart because you've got more shopping there. So I've got like 2 bags on the ground, one up here, 2 filling up. You start sweating, but sometimes they give you no option. If it's a certain time of day, they'll only have.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Especially if I'm in school one in the morning because not many people do the full grocery
that's
shop then. So if
right.
you happen to do it then, you're stuffed.
Oh my gosh, that's giving me anxiety just listening to that. I've never done that before.
Yeah, but as I said, I'm confident going in thinking I can do this. By the end, I'm like, oh, God. Yes, I'm sweating, bags everywhere, groceries everywhere, and just like, just go through the normal one. Yes, so another rave I have is I actually kind of get a feeling of satisfaction when you scan something and type something in.
Oh.
Yes,
the competence.
Yes.
I'm competent.
Yes, I can do this. Whoop, whoop. And when the kids love it too, especially with the fresh produce where they've got to find it. So I like that because I feel kind of fancy when I do it myself.
Yes, I'm like, I can scan this produce.
Yes, yeah.
Under letter Z, zucchini.
Yes.
Why isn't that in the popular one?
And
But
also,
anyway.
like, even though I don't necessarily like bagging the items myself, I hate when I group them and they just throw everything in, especially the heavy items with the light items. Like, no, you're not doing it properly. So I find if you do the self-serve checkouts, you can bag
group
it the way you want to.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like a bit of privacy. Like if I'm sick or just really under the weather and I don't want anyone looking at me. So it's like an ogre walking through the self-serve. Don't look at me. And I like that. I really like the privacy of that.
And going back to our pod a few weeks ago about the cringe factor, takes away the cringe factor.
Does.
So any random weird ass thing you want to buy, you can buy without judgment.
Oh, so what are we going to do? Are we ranting or raving?
So I don't like the fact that it has taken away jobs. But honestly, if I am not doing full grocery shop, I will 9 times out of 10 go self-serve.
Me too.
So I think that's a rave. We're very excited about that.
I think this is a guilt rave.
It is. We're very hesitant about this rave. We feel guilty about it, but that's the way we feel.
Yep. So, tally ho.
Tally ho.
Buy low.
Extra value for you.
We're besties, aren't we?
We are.
We are. And what I love about Besties is that we are besties talking about the best things that have happened to us. So this episode, we are going to talk about the best job we've ever had.
Yes.
So do you want to go first?
All right. A two-parter.
Okay.
This is just leading back off the segment that we just did about the self-serve checkouts. Growing up, I always wanted to be a checkout chick.
Yep.
Yes. So when I was like, this is a really random memory. When I was like 5 or 6 and I'd go to Woolies or mini supermarket, I'd actually, if I saw like say the toothpaste all messy, I would actually line them up in the hope that someone would spot me and say, hey, would you like a job here?
Talent scout.
Yes. That's how much I wanted it. And but going back to like the 80s, it was because the cashiers would actually type in the numbers for each one. That's what I liked. I liked pressing buttons. So when I was 18 or so, but I actually had a job at Dimmy's and it was at the supermarket assistant. It was like beep, 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 beep.
Is this Timmy's and Forges?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
right.
So for that reason, like it was my childhood dream and I got to live
Oh my God.
it out just for the purpose of pressing buttons.
Aw.
Yeah,
I remember I wanted to be a garbo at one stage when I was little. I remember looking at it, that'd be a great job, but it always got men doing that job. So even as a young girl, I was like, why do all men do that?
Well, times have changed, Fonz. You
I
can
don't
do it. You can do it.
I don't want it anymore. Although it is robot operated machine run.
Yeah,
like
you
I
don't
could
have
just
to
sit in the carriage and
Just
press
put
my
it on.
buttons.
Yeah. So I worked a lot of hospitality. I actually worked for your dad at one point in a
Yes.
cafe and that was so much fun. But my best ever job is a job that isn't around anymore. And that's why I love it.
What is it?
I worked at a video store.
Oh,
The best job. It's so iconic from the 80s and 90s.
Oh my
And it was the best because when everyone would come in in a good mood, especially Friday, Saturday night. Everyone was just happy to be there.
You're planning a weekend.
Exactly. It was all good vibes. You got to actually select which videos you wanted playing on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
This is in my early 20s, so a lot of late night partying, and it's perfect shifts because Sunday morning wouldn't open till 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be open the store. There wouldn't be anyone in there for the first 3 hours. I'd be hungover. I'd put on airheads in the background. And it was just like probably the worst part about it was that we had a list of people to call to remind them to return their videos. That was it. That was as hard as it got. But it was good times, good vibes. And
I remember you being so happy.
I was so happy. And I have to thank a friend from our high school that got me that job. I'll be forever grateful.
Are you going to name that friend?
Lana.
Oh, Lana.
Thank you so much. I think I worked there for about 6-7 months or so. And I will always treasure those 7 months. And it's funny when you see those memes about video stores and that sort of thing, trying to explain that to our kids how cool it was. And I was part of that. So that was my best job.
Yeah, you were very happy. Now, like you, I've had different jobs in different categories. But my favourite has to be working at my dad's pasta shop. So family business. It was in Paran Market. I got to know pasta, worked a minimum of a 12-hour shift every Saturday, and we worked together.
Yep.
I worked with my brother, worked with my dad, and we had just some really funny moments. It was a real great bonding time, and I just really loved it there.
That was fun. I forgot about the pasta shop. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can say some funny moments, but
Okay. Best moments, go. Funny moments.
Okay, one moment about you was when there was another worker there. And as a smart ass, you weren't mean or anything, but you go, do you know you talk too much? And she cracked it so hard she didn't talk to you for the rest of the shift, which was like 12 hours. It was so funny because I know your personality, and she was so offended.
I do recall that. I do recall her offense at it, but I probably could have used my words a bit better, but yes.
But also another moment, Dad was carrying this big bag of flour.
Yeah.
And he dropped it and it went everywhere. It was like, like a nuclear bomb. It went everywhere. And my brother was behind him and goes, good one, Dad. And it was the straw that broke the camel's back. My dad cracked it. He was covered in white. The store was covered in white. And my brother was in so much trouble. I'll never forget that. So lots of great moments. But also I remember taking home a lasagna and eating lasagna back at home, and then we went out clubbing afterwards.
Yeah.
So we'd work 12 hours, eat a lasagna, and go out for another 12 hours.
Carved up, you're fueled and ready to go.
Yeah. That was great. It was a very memorable, fun time.
Yeah. All right, midlifers, that was our best jobs, and we hope by us talking about it, it's brought out some memories in you.
She works hard for the money. So hard for the money.
At Video Easy, get great gift ideas like Hulk or Billy Madison starring Adam Sandler, new on DVD at unbelievable prices.
Another day, another show, another $0 because we get no money for this.
But a whole lot of love.
A whole lot of love. We hope it put a smile on your face.
Yes. Well, we certainly have smiles on our faces and a big laugh.
And thank you.
Thank you
for listening.
Come give us a follow, give us a like. We'll see you then and see you next week.
Adios.
Bye-bye.